Shane,
what? Whoa.
What are you doing? And you are late.
There was a big dog outside, and he was going to bite me. It's really scary.
Wait a second. Are you talking about the dog that's outside of our office?
Yeah, the huge dog.
That's like very small dog, Shane. Are you kidding me?
It was chased me in here.
Did you get bitten?
No, but I'm sure he wanted to eat me because he was definitely chasing after me.
I can't believe that you're scared of a teeny tiny little dog.
Okay, well.
And the teeth are like this big, okay? You shouldn't be scared.
But they're sharp. Have you seen it?
You just play bites.
When I was a boy, I was climbing a fence, and I climbed over the fence, and is my neighbor's yard on the other side, and I fell into the neighbor's yard. And then their dog saw me and chased me over the wall, and then he grabbed my leg.
Oh my gosh,
I
can still see the scar.
Right?
So that's why you're so scared of dogs.
Dogs are evil.
Well, guess what? The story we're going to read about today, it's actually about somebody getting bitten by a dog.
But I'm not reading that. This is just too scary. I'm going home.
The chief of police, Chameleon, and one of his officers, Yeldarin, are walking in the village square when they hear a man crying out that he has been bitten. A moment later, they hear a dog yelping in fear. A dog hops into view, chased by Hyrukin, the local goldsmith. Hyrukin grabs the dog to stop it from escaping. The dog is terrified, and Hyrukin is angry about his bleeding finger.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live Interactive English. I am Shane.
And I'm Karen. Today we're looking at part 1 of our story called A Chameleon.
Ooh,
the chameleon. So does that mean it's about a chameleon today? But I
thought
we're
you
talking
said something
about
a dog, right?
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna find out what.
I guess we'll have to read and find out. Chameleon, I think they're pretty cool because they change colors.
They can change colors. They can adapt to their environment.
Okay, I guess maybe I was wrong. I don't know.
We'll see.
Well, the story goes something like this. The chief of police, Chameleon.
Wow, your Russian is good.
That's really? Yeah, I don't think so.
Chameleon.
I practiced many times.
High five.
Thank you. Chameleon and one of his officers, Yeldarin, are walking in the village square when they hear a man crying out that he has been bitten.
So if someone's crying out, so they're crying?
No, I don't think so. Crying out that he has been bitten, it's like, no, ouch, I'm hurt, somebody, or a dog bit me, or something has, bitten me.
So like to cry out means like to scream, like, ah!
Exactly.
Oh, poor guy. He's been bitten by a chameleon.
I don't know. It didn't say who it was bitten by, right?
I think you said a dog.
I know, I thought. I don't know.
Well, okay.
It's not mentioned yet.
Okay. So we have a vocabulary word, village. So a village is like a group of houses and other buildings that is smaller than a town. And usually it's in the countryside.
That's right.
Right? So, for example, you could say, my grandfather grew up in a village on the coast of Taiwan. So it's like smaller than a city.
Yes, you don't see a lot of cars and you won't see a lot of buildings. And then I think the lifestyle is a lot slower than the lifestyle of a city.
Maybe not as much technology or not as much infrastructure, right?
Exactly.
That kind of life will be very chill, right? In the village.
Maybe it'll be good for retirement life or something.
Perhaps. Okay, continue. A moment later, they hear a dog yelping in fear. So yelp is like this.
Oh, so I guess the dog is very scared.
Yeah.
Hey, the dog is being mentioned. So I guess the man was bitten by a dog.
Well, he's in fear. Oh, maybe he bit the dog.
I have no idea. Okay.
A dog hops into view, chased by Hyrukin, the local goldsmith.
Okay. Goldsmith. What is a goldsmith? It's someone who makes or deals, sells or buy gold, right?
Right. So Harukin grabs the dog to stop it from escaping.
Okay, to stop it from running away.
The dog is terrified.
That means really scared.
And Harukin is angry about his bleeding finger. Okay, so he has a bleeding finger. And the dog, it's probably the dog that bit him, right? Probably bit his finger.
And then
but why is the dog so scared of him?
Well, maybe he gets really angry and then the dog gets scared. I don't know.
Or maybe he was scaring the dog, so the dog was trying to defend itself and bit his finger and made his finger bleed.
Maybe you're right. That could be it. But bleed is our next vocabulary word, and it is a verb. It's to lose blood. You know, sometimes...
blood?
Yes.
To bleed.
Yeah, exactly. Blood. Sometimes you could get a cut.
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe a paper cut, or maybe from a knife. And then if you get a cut from a knife or, you know, paper, you will start bleeding, right? And then usually you probably have to put a Band-Aid over it or something like that.
I don't need Band-Aids. I just let it just keep bleeding.
No, you usually have to clean the wound. Okay, but our example sentence is, the patient is bleeding heavily and is on his way to the hospital. And that is definitely right. Sometimes you might think it's nothing, it's just bleeding, but sometimes you really do need to go to the hospital.
Yeah, one time I cut my finger really badly and it wouldn't stop bleeding. And my wife kept saying, you should go to the hospital. It's not... The blood is not stopping, right? It's bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. I said, oh, it's nothing. It'll be fine. Eventually, she made me go to the hospital, and I needed to get stitches in my finger. So I had to go to the doctor. I was being too stubborn.
Exactly. And sometimes if it gets really serious, it could be infected. When you have an open wound and you start bleeding, you don't take care of it, it could be infected.
I wonder if his dog bite is going to get infected.
I have no idea.
Dog bites are pretty dirty.
I know, exactly.
All right, let's find out what happens after the break.
All right.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这一次要读的短篇故事叫做《A Chameleon 变色龙》。那故事一开始呢，警察局长 Chameleon 跟一位警官 Yildren 他们在村里这个广场上走着，突然就听到一名男子大喊说他被咬了，然后就听到一只狗很害怕的一直汪汪叫。然后他们接着就看到一只狗狗被 Harukin 追着。谁是 Harukin 呢？他是一名当地的金匠 ，goldsmith 就是金匠，也就是那种制作金饰啊，用黄金制作物品器具的工匠。好，那这一名金匠 Harukin 他因为手指流血很生气，然后他就把那只害怕狗给抓住，防止它逃跑。好，我们来看单字 village。Village 表示村落、村庄，在后面加上 r 变成 villager 就是村民的意思。老师们提到说，村落通常在乡下，这个基础建设可能会比较少。那由于生活步调慢，很适合退休生活。补充一下 ，infrastructure 这个字，就是在 structure 前面加上 infra， 变成 infrastructure 是基础建设。那么 retirement 就是在 retire 退休后面加上 ment 会得到这个名词 retirement 退休。下一个单字 bleed 它表示流血、出血。那注意它的三态是 bleed、bled。那么 Karen 老师提到说，伤口有可能很容易被感染嘛，她用到 infected 这个字 infected 表示受到感染的。这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是感官动词的用法。感官动词是表示看、听、闻、感觉之类的动词，包括 watch、see、look at、listen to、hear、feel 等等。那我们来看常见的用法是感官动词加上受词加上现在分词 VING， 这是强调正在发生的动作。例如 We saw some kids playing soccer， 我们看到一些小朋友正在踢足球。那么下一个句型是感官动词加上受词加上原形动词，这时候呢，它是强调事实哦。举例来说 ，We watched them play soccer. 我们看着他们踢足球，这是强调我们看他们踢足球这个事实。那接回课文中。
Soon, a crowd of villagers gathers around Hyrukin and the dog. Hyrukin tells Ochemielov that he was minding his own business when, for no reason, the dog bit him. Hyrukin shows his finger and is worried that he won't be able to work because of his injury.
The dog's owner should pay me,
Hyrukin says. Ochemielov agrees and adds that the dog must be put down as well.
Who owns this dog?
He asks the crowd, eager to find the culprit. When someone answers that the owner is the powerful General Zhigalov, Ochemielov becomes nervous and suddenly suggests a different possibility. This dog may actually be innocent.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hey there.
So we were talking about an interesting story called the Chameleon, right?
Right.
So let's do a quick recap on what happened in the first part.
Right, so we have this guy.
The chief of police,
Yeah,
Ochemielov,
right. We have the guy, I was going to say the guy who was bitten,
Hyrukin.
and he was bitten by a dog.
That's right.
So far, we have these three characters.
Also Yeldrin. Yeldrin is the one that's working along with Ochemielov, right?
So we're trying to figure out, was he bitten by the dog for no reason?
Yeah.
Or did maybe he attack the dog? We don't really know.
We're trying to find out who's at fault here, I guess.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Soon, a crowd of villagers gathers around Hyrukin and the dog. All right, so they want to see what happened because there's a lot of commotion. There's a lot of people talking and they want to figure out what's going on.
And villagers are like people who live in the village.
Right. So Hyrukin tells Ochemielov that he was minding his own business when, for no reason, the dog bit him.
I don't know. Dogs don't usually do that, right?
And the dog seemed really scared too. To me, that seems like an important part. If the dog was just really mean, then you think maybe this dog just attacks everybody. But the dog is scared of him.
So maybe he has done something. We don't know yet.
Right.
Okay, let's continue. Hyrukin shows his finger and is worried that he won't be able to work because of his injury.
He's a goldsmith.
That's right. He works with gold.
He works with his hands.
Yeah, that's right. So he's worried if his finger is hurt, then he can't work anymore. And because of an injury, that means getting hurt, right?
Right. Yeah, it's like hurt or like damage to someone's body.
That's right.
So, for example, you can say, in the final minutes of the game, our best player went down with a painful injury to his foot.
That's right.
Right, so when you're playing basketball, it's pretty easy to get injured. So to injure somebody is the verb, right? So an injury is what happens when you hurt yourself or injure yourself.
And especially when you're an athlete, when you play sports a lot, it's very common for people to have sports injury. Something related, maybe you're running a lot or exercising
You
a
could
lot.
twist your ankle.
That's
or
right.
Hurt
your knee or
hurt-
back.
Right.
Exactly. Okay.
So then what does he say?
The dog's owner should pay me, Hyrukin says.
Right, because he was bitten, so he feels I should find the owner, and that owner should give me money. I can't work.
That's right. But was he really innocent? I have no idea. Or maybe he was really mean to the dog.
This might be something like a he said, she said, or he said, it said.
That's
so
right.
He said, she said means one person has one story and another person has another story, right? Depends on which person's story you listen to.
That's right. Okay, let's read on and find out. So, Ochemielov agrees and adds that the dog must be put down as well.
Oh, put down means they're going to kill him.
Because maybe they think the dog is dangerous and then they have to put down the dog. But they don't even know if the dog was, did something wrong.
Yeah.
So that's not a very good
But
thing
you
to
have
do.
somebody who's been bitten, right? So there's a bite, and we see that, and the dog definitely bit him. So,
I have no idea. Okay, so let's see what happens. Who owns this dog? He asks the crowd, eager to find the culprit. So the culprit means like a criminal, someone who has done something, like maybe has done something bad, who's responsible for, like a crime.
Right.
So you can say like, the police is looking for the culprit.
Right.
It's kind of like just saying criminal.
Right. And if you're a culprit, that means you're the person who can be blamed for something like a crime or something that was bad. So if I look in the refrigerator when we're taking a break and my yogurt's gone, and I see that empty yogurt container, this really happened. It wasn't you, was it? I will say, who's the culprit? Like, who can I blame for eating my yogurt? So who was it? Was it you?
Okay, it was me.
What?
Okay, but eager is also our vocabulary word too.
So if you're eager, it means want to do something very much. For example, the actress is eager to get started on her next project.
That's right.
So when you're eager, it kind of feels like you're anticipating doing something. You're really excited about it.
Looking forward to it,
Looking
right?
forward to do it. So like, I'm eager to go to lunch with you later because you're going to treat me to lunch.
No, I didn't say that.
All right, let's continue the story. When someone answers that the owner is the powerful General Zhigalov, Achmeelov becomes nervous and suddenly suggests a different possibility.
Wait a minute.
This dog may actually be innocent.
But how does he know?
Wow.
He doesn't know that, right?
Right, so now they know it's a very powerful general. So the general is even above the chief of police.
That's right. So he works under this general.
So if you blame the general for his dog biting somebody else, maybe the general will
get upset.
put you in jail or say, how dare you say that my sweet dog would bite somebody? You definitely did something. So now people think, oh, he must be innocent. What does that mean, innocent?
Innocent means not guilty. That means he didn't do anything wrong. So for example, you can say, I didn't touch the vase. I'm innocent.
Or I didn't eat the yogurt. I'm
innocent.
But I
That's right.
know you ate it.
Okay, because you see yogurt on my face? Did I
No,
leave
because
yogurt on my face?
you just admitted it.
That's right. So, I don't know. So
really,
he is going to think that the dog is innocent now
well, now the problem is you don't want to blame the general.
because he will get in trouble.
Yeah, so now people are starting to think a little bit differently. Interesting.
Okay, I guess we'll have to wait for the second part and find out what happens.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
好，那不久之后，一群村民就围在 Harukan 跟狗狗的旁边。Shane 老师说，这个 Harukan 被狗咬这件事啊，在村里面引起了许多骚动。老师用到 commotion，C-O-M-M-O-T-I-O-N，commotion 可以用来表达骚动或是喧闹，它是当名词。好，那么现在那一名金匠 Harukan 在跟警察局长解释，他就说啊，他原本正在做自己的事情，那只狗没来由的就咬了他。那么 Harukan 担心会因为受伤没办法工作，那他就认为说那只狗狗的主人啊应该要赔钱给他。警察局长也同意他的说法，还说那只狗狗必须被杀死。他就急着要找出罪魁祸首，然后就问旁边的村民们说：“哎，这只狗谁养的啊？”有人就回答说：“主人啊，就是那位有权有势的 Zhigalov 将军。”好，警察局长一听到，马上就紧张了起来，就突然暗示说：“哎，也有可能那只狗狗其实是无辜的啦。”好，我们来看看单字 injury。injury 表示受伤、伤害或是损害，它的动词是 injure 表示伤害，而它的过去分词 injured 可以当形容词来描述是受伤的。再来看 eager 表示热切的、渴望的。这时候 Shane 老师用到一个动词叫 anticipate。anticipate 表示预期、期望的意思。再来看 innocent 它是形容无罪的、无辜的。那这边有两个重点，我们进入文法时间。 好，我们来看第一个重点是 mind， 在这边当及物动词，表达照看、关心的意思。那么 mind one's own business 可以指照料、管理自己的事，可是也常常用来不客气的要别人管好自己的事，少管闲事。举例来说 ，Greg usually minds his own business and keeps to himself. Greg 通常只管自己的事，他独来独往。那么第二个重点是 for no reason， 字面意思是没有理由地，也就是说莫名其妙、无缘无故地。例如 ，She suddenly felt like crying for no reason。她无缘无故的突然想哭，希望她没事。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
The chief of police, Chameleon, and one of his officers, Yelderin, are walking in the village square when they hear a man crying out that he has been bitten. A moment later, they hear a dog yelping in fear. A dog hops into view, chased by Hyrukin, the local goldsmith. Hyrukin grabs the dog to stop it from escaping. The dog is terrified, and Hyrukin is angry about his bleeding finger. Soon, a crowd of villagers gathers around Hyrukin and the dog. Hyrukin tells Chameleon that he was minding his own business when, for no reason, the dog bit him. Hyrukin shows his finger and is worried that he won't be able to work because of his injury.
The dog's owner should pay me,
Hyrukin says. Chameleon agrees and adds that the dog must be put down as well.
Who owns this dog?
He asks the crowd, eager to find the culprit. When someone answers that the owner is the powerful General Zhigalov, Chameleon becomes nervous and suddenly suggests a different possibility. This dog may actually be innocent.
Hey, I'm Kim.
And I'm Jamie.
We're going to play a game called Guess the Bear, where we each have sentences with vocabulary on these cards, and we have to guess what is the word, but we're going to replace it with the word bear. Okay, ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do the clock and go. This is a noun, one word. Miraculously, the child had no bears from the fall. Please show your bear to the doctor so he can treat it.
Injury? Wound?
Yes, injury.
Okay.
Good. Okay, this is an adjective. John is bare to try out the new ice cream flavor. I am so ready to start my vacation that my mom calls me a bear beaver.
Excited? Oh, wait. I'm bear
Yeah. I am so ready to start my vacation that my mom calls me a bear beaver.
eager beaver?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, this is a noun. Japan has a lot of fishing bears. This bear doesn't have many people living there.
Village?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wow, yay! Still got time. All right.
Yay. Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Ready?
All right.
All right. Go. All right. One word, verb. It is common for noses to bear when the air is dry. And Rob is bearing from his head wound.
Recover.
It is common for noses to bear when the air is dry. And Rob is bearing from his head wound.
Next one.
Okay. One word adjective. The police arrested a bear man. And despite all evidence, Stan swears he's bare.
Innocent.
Yes. And then phrase, 3 words. Mary is mad at me. Bear, bear, bear. I didn't do anything. And the dog wouldn't attack someone. Bear, bear, bear.
Without a reason.
Close, close.
Without,
It's 3 words, so.
for no reason.
Yes, very good.
Oh.
Okay, great, great.
Okay, okay.
But it is common for noses to bear when the air is dry.
Run. Freeze.
Rob is bearing from his
Dry.
head wound. It's bleed.
Bleed.
It is common for noses to bleed when the air is dry, and Rob is bleeding from his head wound.
Poor Rob.
I know, really.
Rob, get that checked out, man. That's no good.
But otherwise, very good. I'm surprised. Wow, the for no reason is good. Yeah.
I can't believe I got that one, though.
Yeah. We got that one, but not bleed. That's okay.
See you next time.